I am not retiring. Just in case you thought I actually was from reading the title of this video. But yeah, that is a question that I had on my mind for a few weeks now, to be perfectly honest. And it's kind of just like, when you see the content that I try to put out, or what I try to do here, it kind of brings into question a lot of things. Mainly on the side of, how can someone go as far as to make a channel like this? How could they go out their way to, do some crazy stuff like this? Like, talk about eating some lolly ass? That is impossible. That is unprecedented, honestly. And you are absolutely right, because it is unprecedented. You don't see YouTubers you don't see an anime YouTuber go out their way to be like, oh yeah, anime lolly ass, totally would eat that shit. Give me a spoon, we're about to eat it all out. So, we don't go out our way. You don't see an anime YouTuber go out their way to be like, oh, this is some shit that they're actually gonna talk about and actually mean it. So you don't see too many of them like that when it comes to this type of material. And I don't blame you that you don't see them like that, because this is literally potentially a somewhat of a death sentence for your channel if you go out of your way to, make this type of content. Pretty much your channel is at risk at all times. And do I encourage other people to, put their channel at risk by talking about this? No, I do not. However, I wanted to do that mainly because, well, the first reason was, in the beginning, I was bored. And second, I wanted to do it because, what is lolly? What is the discussion how can we get some discussions out of this? Why do everybody seem to be up in arms when it comes to this? Is there a proper reason why to tell people to back off when it comes to people that like lolly characters? And throughout the months that we've been talking about this and discussing this topic, there's been plenty of reason. There's been a lot of reason. And to be perfectly honest, I like the lolly community. I think they pretty cool. They are some actual chill people. Just want to vibe like everybody else. But everybody else named mom keep going out their way to whoop their ass. And I wish I was joking. Like, literally, you got NSFW artists get pretty much taken off of Twitter, which the previous NSFW artist that we talked about actually did watch that video, which that's actually fire as all hell. But they do get treated like absolute dirt, and it's shitty. So, and then you also got people get kicked out their friend groups, or, getting bullied online by other people, and it's a nuisance of a thing to deal with, really. And it's mainly because no one really wants to take their time out their day to actually explain this subject in the highest detail, until my bitch ass came along and decided to do it just because. And that's kind of the thing, there was no one else really talking about the subject to the highest degree, so I decided I'm gonna talk about it in the highest degree. Why not? Because it's kind of fun, and it's odd, and there's so many ways you can bring this up. And to be perfectly honest, it's just annoying when people do not understand what the hell is actually going on. And that's like the biggest thing when it comes to it. Again, it's just that people do not understand what it is and misunderstand the entire concept of lolly by a huge mark. Because people keep, spamming memes like, oh, this is wrong, you shouldn't deal with it because it's just as bad as the real thing. When it's not as bad as the real thing, because you're not really harming anybody. And after a while of talking about this topic, I just got tired of, the nonsense that people kept putting onto this community. So why not? I'm gonna be pretty much known as that anime lolly guy that people, talk about sometimes. So I guess that's my relevancy and my duty to make sure to help out this community, because they get shitted on way too much, in my personal opinion. Thinking about all the videos that I made, including the lolly stuff, and thinking about your average anime YouTuber, if you were to compare their content to mine, you would easily deduce that I'm not normal. You don't see me go on my way to pretty much be glorifying a new anime or talking about stuff that relates to legit anime, like in a normal type of sense, I guess, because that's what you get from a lot of anime channels. Or you don't really see me doing things repeatedly and, kind of just trying to be like really trendy like how everybody else does. I don't really go in that route. I try not to, Because it's boring. Because there's already people doing that outside of the anime YouTube community. There is plenty of people that already talks about and does stuff when it comes to trendy and relevant topics, whether it's news or whether it's games or whatever it is. A lot of people does it, and I'm just like, I don't feel like being that part of the majority, so I'm just gonna go off and do my own thing, and that's pretty much what this is. And looking at the 700 plus of y'all that, you know, is here, I would say I'm doing something right, and I'm doing something that probably no one, you know, have the right mind to absolutely try to do. I don't think there's anybody on this entire platform that would try to bring the heat, except for the really crazy and deranged people, that tries to bring the type of heat that I do, honestly. Not saying that I'm better than anybody, because of course not. Like, bitch, absolutely not. I'm probably the lowest of lows, but it is something unique and something, I would say, refreshing in a weird sense that I want to try. And because it's refreshing and because it's something new, I genuinely want to make this channel work. Absolutely. Because, you know, as I told you guys before, life sucks right now, and I'd rather not be working outside, especially at this current point in time, because it's gonna start getting cold soon. If I could, I would rather honestly hide instead of walking around screaming like a jackass saying, "Come to Papa, you bald bastard!" I was gonna say, "Come get me, Dad," but that works too! But yeah, pretty much, I would love just to be an influencer. I feel like being an influencer and an entertainer is the right call for me, in the weird possible way, if that makes any sense. Like, and I'm not saying that, you know, I can't do hard labor or whatever. It's just that I'd rather not, you know, have a bad back in the future. Is that okay to want to have a better health? In all honesty, when it comes to YouTube, it's fun. It's legitimately something I enjoy doing, and if I didn't enjoy doing it, I wouldn't be doing it for 2+ years now, would I? Someone like me, a channel that exists with talking about lollies, talking about different sexual fetishes, bringing on so much other different type of heat and type of topics that we come up with. Honestly, and I'm gonna be for real, and this might sound crazy, I shouldn't exist. I shouldn't be here, you know, doing this. This type of channel should not even, in my personal opinion, exist. Even someone as myself, as a person, I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be existing right now. But yet I am. And it's because a lot of stuff that happened in my own life and, you know, in this universe that kind of led things to be the way it is. And it just, and my existence, I would say, you know, and this channel's existence definitely means something. If someone like me is still existing to this day and is still here making videos for y'all and 100% still has support and an unbelievable amount of support, then I would say I'm doing something right to not just better myself, but hopefully to, you know, better the lives of other people who comes near and, you know, tries to join in and tune in on what I do and what I'm trying to accomplish and achieve here. So if anything about this entire channel that I would take away, I would definitely want to say that bettering myself and everything else around me is definitely one thing that I would try to, you know, make happen if possible. And honestly, the kindness and niceness, especially recently with a lot of people that has been coming up to me and talking to me a lot more, it's really crazy because I don't really get that much attention. Even before all this, I never got that much attention because I usually kept quiet, silent, stayed to myself, not really, you know, speak when unless spoken to. And that's just kind of the whole life and motto I've been living for the last 20 years. So having this amount of attention is a bit weird and it's a bit unique, but I don't hate it because it's actually like, yeah, I can actually vibe with this. So, you know, I guess it makes me, you know, finally figure out who I'm trying to be for the first time. And it's a weird experience and it's a strange one, but it's not a bad one. I don't feel like it's a bad choice of what I'm trying to do here. You know, despite all the IRL nonsense that come my way, this is something I would continue wanting to do, again, until I'm pretty much dead or I'm satisfied with what I've done on YouTube. That's pretty much it. So I guess in this video, I may not be the, you know, content creator that people will expect. I may not be the anime YouTuber that people would, you know, appeal to and probably, you know, like to see all the time, because I am crazy and pretty random, and that's kind of the whole thing. But I'm not, cause like honestly at this current point I'm starting to think too, like even if I don't make it to a mil, that's fine. At least I'm able to, I guess, help some other people out as well, because, you know, maybe I'm not going through the best of my life right now, but maybe someone else is maybe having like a good time watching the videos I put out, and, you know, feeling a little bit better with their day. So maybe a giant part and reason why I'm here is because there are people that would like to have me around, not because I'm needed or anything, of course, but just to like to have me around because they just like the company that I am. And some of you, I think, really do think that. I don't know where I'm getting at with this video, but point is, I'm not your average anime YouTuber. I'm not your average human being at all. I would definitely just say that I'm just me, and that's just how it is. So if anything, I would just say be yourself. Be who you are. Find out who you are and try to figure out, you know, what you really want to do, and, you know, kick ass from there. And I'm still trying to figure myself out, and I don't really understand what's really going on. So definitely that is something that I implore all you guys to do. Alright, I'm pretty much going to dip out of here now because I've been talking for a little while now, and I'm pretty much going to be waiting for Sora to drop in DLC for Smash, because that's what this whole day for me has been waiting on for. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification on your way out. Also follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and like to donate to the channel. Patreon is available as well. Now until then, this is your boy Jay, signing off. Have a blessed day.
Baby, say my name as if you got a fucking clue. Always caught up in the moment, not condoning what I do. I've been messing with my chemistry to find the better me, putting thoughts up on the page in hopes that you could get to me. Been this way since legit, my brain couldn't quit. Running from my issues, roll the pain in a spliff, fade away every hit. Nobody needed me, too afraid to commit.